Fanindra from SQL School. I assure you complete practice-oriented classes from scratch, right from the basics. And this short introduction class is mainly for getting some idea, a basic overview on what is Azure and what we do as a data engineer and what is our job role as a part of big data analytics. Let's get started slowly, step by step. Let's understand our practical, complete practice-oriented classes from scratch, with more importantly, end-to-end implementations. And there are two certifications involved in our journey, DP203 and PL300. Two different examinations. The complete guidance would be part of our classes. This is Sai Fanindra from SQL School. I assure you complete practice-oriented classes from scratch, right from day one. I need to care our learning process, and you need to care about our actual examples and daily task items. We do more, we get more, right? As simple as that. There's another reason, like we started conducting assessments after initial 1 or 2 classes. The participants would be kindly requested to take part in assessments and then continue for the actual course. Okay, so that this way we can have a nice interactive classes, right? We can have nice interactive participation, live participation in our classes, and I want it. I repeat again, for our actual classes we'll be having a small assessment, a friendly assessment, to understand each other better after you take 1 or 2 introduction classes. This way we can have a better coordination, nice cooperation, and long-term relation even after our classes. And for 19 years as a technical analyst, database administrator, I actually started as a DBA at Microsoft as a full-time employee Microsoft in 2005 in one internal project in Microsoft called BGCOE, Business Group Center of Excellence, BGCOE project 2005. And from then onwards, I was into BI, and I was into Azure, and I was into even Snowflake, and I love cloud. It's giving me more than what I dumped in my life, truly speaking, and I'm fine, sharing my knowledge with all my heart. Agenda for today's class: we'll understand what is database first, and what is warehouse, what is data engineering, the main science involved in data warehouse design, the components involved in our actual data warehouse and data engineering and analytic activities, the prerequisites for this course, and the main final beautiful takeaways from our classes. Let's get started now. What is database? Yes, it's a platform. It's a platform to store any type of data, any amount of data. And to operate on this database, we need something called DBMS, Database Management System, DBMS software, SQL Server, IBM DB2, MySQL, Oracle, Sybase, so on. And SQL Server is one such DBMS in the market from Microsoft, cheaper, easy to use, free technical supports, and free updates. So what more we want? Microsoft is giving us a lot of activities, lot of important, interesting, useful entities along with SQL Server license. Very simple and straight. To store any big data, to store any data securely, we need database. And in our classes, we choose to implement these databases using Microsoft SQL Server. Assume database is our room, then server is our house. Okay, SQL Server is our house. These databases are of two types, like living room and storeroom. In our house, we have OLTP databases, data warehouse databases. OLTP databases to store live real-time data, live activity like our living room. Whereas data warehouse is like our storeroom to store old data, historical data, inactive data, aggregated data, incremental data we call it. Lot of types of data we can store in a warehouse as well. And that is our actual course. What is that again? Data warehouse. The job role that involves data warehouse design and implementation, we call it data engineering. And what are the prerequisites to become a data engineer? A data warehouse developer in cloud is what we need to step into next few minutes today. Let's stay tuned. So server is our house, okay? Databases are the rooms. Then we have living room left, storeroom right. We are going to pick and park data from one room to another. Basic examples to start with. We are going to slowly understand how to bring data from non-database sources, unstructured data like web applications, mobile apps, desktop apps, how to bring data from various applications and realistic, say for example, forms we call, okay, realistic forms, tools, and so on. So from various data sources, we bring data and simply store it in a warehouse in such a way it is easy and faster for our day-to-day big data analytics. Analytics involve reporting, decision making, dashboarding, etc. The main front-end activities come under analytics. So all kind of calculations, calculative reporting comes under analytics. How do we implement it? Technically, this is our actual basic business intelligence model. We work with multiple data sources. OLTP means live online transaction processing. I said like our living room. So multiple source databases and multiple file sources like our Aadhaar, SSN, or it may be our resume. Anything, any kind of file, structured, unstructured, encrypted, encrypted, any kind of content can be taken as a source and give to warehouse. So for this valet parking activities, to bring data from left OLTP and flat files, park the data into data warehouse, we need something called ETL, extract, transform, and load. I repeat, here it is, extract, transform, and load. Now, here we go. We have extract, transform, load, ETL, which is like a valet parking service, okay? It is going to pick data from left, park it to right. From here, what we do? Reporting, Power BI, analytics, and any kind of data science, AI implementations would be actually sourced from a data warehouse, remember. I repeat again. I repeat once again on my screen. We are going to gather data, extract data from various sources, database, non-database sources, using something called ETL technologies, part of our classes, and finally load the data into a warehouse, destination. Warehouse will be a source for reporting, analytics, data mining, data science, AI, artificial intelligence, and so on. Now, there are various technologies to implement the ETL and data warehousing. There comes data engineer. Our actual job role for design of data warehouse, data extraction and orchestration, data cleansing and transformation activities, storage, security, and optimizations. I repeat once again, simple words. We have stored say three important departments in data engineering activities: storage, ETL, extract, transform, load, ETL, and end-to-end implementations. In storage, we are going to learn in our classes something called data warehouse technologies and data lake technologies. ETL, we are going to learn something called data factory, data bricks, and stream, Azure Stream Analytics, ASA. Then comes the concept of Spark, SQL, and Scala, Python, AI, IoT, Internet of Things, part of our classes. With this information, I repeat again, AI implementation with examples, practice examples, part of our classes. Now the question, our actual agenda for the class today, how data engineer and Power BI are mingled together, associated with each other. Here we go. Data engineer backend, Power BI frontend together is equal to Azure BI. BI means business intelligence. An end-to-end complete data warehousing and reporting platform is called BI. So in data engineering, we work with database sources, non-database sources, and apps, web applications, desktop apps, mobile apps, etc., and implement ETL, extract, transform, load, ETL, ELT, etc. We have something called data bricks, part of our classes, data factory, part of our classes, and mixing the beauty of data bricks and data factory together, we have something called Synapse Analytics, part of our data engineering classes. From ETL, what we do? We park the data into something called data warehouse, Spark database open source, and Synapse SQL pool data warehouse from Microsoft. Left open source and right on my screen over my mouse pointer here, SQL pool, a Microsoft proprietary data warehousing environment. And in between, a coordination layer, data lake. That is backend data engineering. Front end, we have Power BI. Power BI, a great technology. It started as a tool, it became a technology with set of tools. There are 6 design tools we need to learn in our classes. 2 hosting environments plus 2 technologies called Power Query and DAX, DAX, data analysis expression language. We'll take them slowly, step by step. With this information, now our technical implementation plan. The prerequisites to step into big data. The prerequisites to step into Azure cloud for data engineering, data warehousing, and analytics, SQL Server basics. Though we call basics, it should be a useful scenario-based activities. What, why, how, when, and how optimize we can. We are going to learn in our classes from scratch the concepts of DDL, DML, data definition, data manipulation, and select activities, combining those activities in Microsoft SQL for 1 week. Then comes something called constraints, joins with additional queries, group by, and Excel analytics for 1 more week, 2nd week. 3rd week comes merge, normal forms, window functions, rank, and other things. Total 3 weeks journey for the basics, fundamentals from scratch, right from the basics. And then we'll slowly step into the backend data engineer, 7 weeks journey. And then I'll just put this way, okay, for our easy learning, easy identification. This is 3 weeks and this is 7 weeks, Monday to Friday. We used to provide weekend classes earlier, but we could find like some dots, some gaps in the learning process because of the time frame. Saturday, Sunday is not really working for us for our curriculum. So we have only Monday to Friday classes. But some people will say, no, Sai, we want weekend training. We'll be engaging a different trainer for them. Because weekends I'll be having my other activities. Okay. So if we are looking for weekends, a different trainer. Weekdays, Monday to Friday, I would be the trainer from our SQL school, to make it clear. Okay. Weekdays I will be available and I would be responsible for our learning process step by step, and this would be the curriculum. A different trainer, weekends, curriculum obviously changes. It's based on the comfort, right? Anyway, this is my curriculum for daily classes. Either you go for live online or in-house classroom trainings. Either in our Hyderabad we have 2 locations. Morning I'll be delivering trainings in High Tech City, Madhapur, and afternoon evenings I'll be delivering trainings in Amirpet location, Hyderabad. Okay, just in case. So weekday classes I would be the trainer, and we have 3 weeks nice interesting classes, 400 plus queries, and trust me, believe me, 10 plus scenarios on first 3 weeks journey. And participants who respond more in the classes will always get more and more. I do more, I get more, right? So that's how it is. Okay, traditional style of learning. We provide videos as well, but we request the participants to participate in the class, make it more live, to make it more lively. Okay, though we have video access after the session. And next, and I would be available on webcam throughout the class, just to make it more live, more interactive. Okay, next, so we have 7 weeks data engineering journey and 4 weeks Power BI journey. So total we have 14 weeks if you go in sequence. If in case you decide to go in parallel, after second week of SQL, you can start data engineering in parallel, because you have multiple schedules for each of these boxes. And after you start data engineering, say 3-4 weeks of data engineering, you can start even Power BI also. You can do it. Anyway, you can plan it accordingly based on the available schedules. On average, we'll be having a new batch every week for SQL. New batch every alternate week for data engineering. And alternate week for Power BI. That's how it is. Because majority participants will be going for this combo. And there is a reason for it. Not only that, okay, data engineering is the back end and Power BI is the front end. Not only that, even Microsoft has certification, a combination certification called DP 500. Now they came up with DP 600. Anyway, there's a certification for data engineer and Power BI together. So what we are going to learn in our data engineering course, here it is on the screen. I'll just erase all these diagrams to make it clear. Yes, in data engineering course, what we are going to do? Yes, in data engineering course, we are going to have right from Azure fundamentals. Okay, right from Azure fundamentals to SQL database, SQL pool, right? SQL pool, and something called storage, stream analytics, Databricks, data factory, synapse analytics, key vaults. Yeah, good number of Azure activities here. Truly speaking, I listed only few, not really all. Trust me, not really all. I listed the main important activities. In fact, we have the migrations, streaming activities, live streaming activities, clusters, notebooks, etc., including very important AI implementation and DP203 examination guidance. And Power BI, I said 6 design tools, 2 hosting solutions, plus 2 technologies. So total 6 plus 2 plus 2, 10 components we need to learn in Power BI. A nice and very, very wonderful data science. Really, it's a data science. It's a nice, great science that involves additional ETL, calculations, analytics, rich reporting, dashboarding, security, and so on. We have developer concepts, analytical concepts, ETL concepts, and admin concepts in Power BI to suit multiple job roles as per our profile plan. Not only that, after we do the complete course, then we have one end-to-end project. So these are the kind of reports that we are going to generate in the initial classes of Power BI. So we have Python with Power BI combination, Python ETL. I assume we are all very, very new to Python, very new to Azure, very new to reporting. We'll start from the scratch. We'll start with SQL, SQL Server, transact SQL queries, not programming queries. From there we step into data engineering and Power BI step by step, one by one. And finally, we need to have one project work. On my screen, whatever we learn in our classes, we need to have the mixing part very carefully. Yes, it's a chemistry class. I don't want my class to be an history session. It should be a chemistry class. I mean it. Let's make it interactive. Let's make it live. Of course, today, introduction class, fine, I need to put forward all my points. But in the actual classes, I need to take an example. I have to repeat the example. Then we go for doubts, clarifications. Let's make it live. You have assignments. You submit them every day, or at least by weekend, you'll be submitting all your pending assignments. With your support, we can have a nice end-to-end project in our classes. Trust me, it should be a useful journey for both of us. We'll start from the scratch, very, very basics. But we need to end with beautiful reports, step by step. We need to step into the reports. So here is the complete roadmap of our classes. The course plan includes on my screen, number 1, yellow box, to left side blue and right side red. This is our complete plan. Any further questions or clarifications, you can always reach our team. Do let us know your questions. Glad to assist you. I repeat once again, sessions should be completely cautious, practical, step by step. And at the same time, I need to be more cautious on the delivery part. There will be assignments every day. You submit them on time, or by weekend, Monday to Friday we have classes. You practice on time. Weekend you'll be submitting all your assignments, either classroom or online, same session at the same time. So you may opt for a hybrid mode if you are near to Hyderabad, or for example you are from a different city like Bangalore or Chennai or Pune or Mumbai, other Indian cities, or Delhi or Gurgaon, whatever. Yes, you may travel 1 or 2 weeks to Hyderabad, and remaining classes you may take online. Again come to Hyderabad for say like 1 or 2 days and get all your doubts clarified. You can do that way. We are open. And I want your support. On time practice very much required, please. I'm telling the same thing multiple times. Hope you understood my concern. Yes, we do the practice on time, course will be happy. It gives us fruitful results. Let's upskill ourselves. Either you go for live online, you're out of India, yes, live online. Within India, hybrid, it's up to you. It's up to you as per your comfort. And at SQL School, I would be the only caretaker for this course for the regular classes. You can reach me on this number 903004080, my number, direct number, or our school number. And we want your support. Now, final part, how the sessions would be, how the notes would be. Just to make it clear, okay? I'll just put this way. Our notes would be like this. Let me show you first. Let me show you our notes just to get some idea, okay? Just to get some idea. We'll start with SQL Server, I said, right? Step-by-step notes. Right from the introduction, right from what is database, we'll start. We'll start with what is database. We'll slowly proceed for how to get the preview. Let's put this way. Yes, here it is. Okay, just to get some idea, okay? Yes, to get some idea. We'll start from the very basics on what is database. Then next, once we have database, right from the scratch we'll slowly proceed for installations. Common installation errors. For our classes, we need Windows 8 or higher operating system. What if we are using Mac? Make sure we have Windows. If we are using Mac, please enable Windows inside Mac. Get it ready before we start our introduction class. And after we do installation, then slowly step into our practice from scratch. We are going to work with 2 local servers, one online server. Our online server is a licensed, valid licensed copy. We pay for it every year. And we need it. You know, we are learning for our job, right? Why to compromise? There would be a difference between a trial copy and the licensed copy. Really, there is a difference. There will be a difference. I will show you the difference. Lot of differences. So how to get it? We'll do one by one. We have good amounts of loads of sample databases for your practice, for our day-to-day activities and weekly case studies. Anyway, we'll start from the very basics, step by step, on how to's. And every day you have assignments, as I mentioned earlier, you see on the screen. And here and there we are going to hit half centuries. It's all about number game. And next, we'll be having revision activities. Then comes additional concepts on user interface and scripting concepts. After all SQL activities for 3 weeks, that involves good number of concepts that you see here. I'll show you. This one, the yellow box items, I understand it's bit lengthy. I truly understand. I agree. But if we do on-time practice, if we submit our assignments every day or at least by weekend, this list is very smart, simple, straight. After SQL concepts, we are going to step into data engineering, which is divided into 3 different individual modules. Later, we are going to integrate them. You see the red arrow marks, right? Left blue to middle green, or right to middle green. They are independent activities. We are going to make them dependent. After data engineering comes Power BI. Just to make it clear, let me show you the notes from my computer anyway. Here it is. Core data engineering. We'll be having data factory concepts from scratch, from the basics. And we'll be having complete activity step by step on something called on-premise data loads. On-premise means non-cloud to cloud, migrations, upsets, incremental loads, and various wide variety of task items. For more practice, I am there to provide the solutions. We have something called transformations, upsets, slowly changing dimensions, CDC, change data capture, step-by-step implementations, parameters, security, monitoring. Very, very important activity called optimizations, notebooks, and so on. And I said something called mobile apps. I said something called web applications. How do you read the data from web applications? IoT, Internet of Things, on-premise to Azure migrations, detailed migration concepts, something called key vaults, And this is one interesting example end to end. We'll take one temperature sensor like Samsung or Philips, to web applications, to IoT, to storage, to Power BI. And a simple, easy, useful example. And the story won't end there. We got task items. I want your involvement. I want you to thank me from your job desk. I want your colleagues to join my course. I need it. Let me be open. Yes, here it is. I mean, our interest should match, right? Our needs and interests should match. Let's come to the reality. Yes, we have good amount of concepts, right from basics to advanced. I want you to put a showcase more in your resume, so need your support. Though you get everyday videos, it's not like, okay, this guy is providing the video, so let me relax. It's not like that. Okay, let's involve, let's interact. I mean it, friends. You see my screen here. You got nice documented references, step-by-step activities, simple and straightforward implementations. I'll make you love Azure. I make you love Power BI. I make you love big data analytics. My duty. And make sure we do on-time practice throughout the course. Python, PySpark, Scala, Spark SQL, part of our classes. Slowly, step by step, we'll do. And coming to Power BI, I said like 6 design tools, right? Here it is. Total, there are 6 design tools in Power BI on my screen. 2 hosting environments and 2 inbuilt technologies called Power Query and DAX. Power BI has good amount of options for day-to-day engineering as well as analytic activities. I said engineering because it involves ETL, not just reporting. It has a lot more to do for us. So you'll be having good amount of FAQs. So something like this: notes, data source. Again, one more concept: notes, data source, FAQs. It goes in this way. Few questions will be outside the notes, but all answers will be within the notes. I understand. Looks interesting, right? Seems interesting. Yes, few questions are outside the notes throughout the course, but all answers should be from our observations within the notes. I am there to provide all answers to every assignment throughout the classes, but need your support. I'm just quickly going through or making a walkthrough of the notes to get some basic idea like how cautious our classes will be. Yes, we'll do it slowly, step by step. We have half century, 50 examples in Power Query. What is Power Query? The kitchen area for tasty reports. Reports are the recipes. The kitchen area is Power Query. The garnishing items are nothing but the DAX. Again, another 50 examples will do in DAX. 50 examples in Power BI Cloud and report server concepts. Detailed architecture to be taken step by step. Without architecture implementation, we cannot do the end-to-end project work for our resume. Our interviewer asks us, like, what you did in your project? What are the challenges you faced in your project? How you implemented this? How you implemented that? We should have proper answers for it, right? There comes our SQL school. Trust me, I'll do it cautiously. I want you to be with me. Let's learn it together. With this information, now, any more questions, clarifications, do let me know. Glad to assist you. And over to you for questions, clarifications, anything. Always. Our team would be available in person in Hyderabad as well as online. And I would be available as well on WhatsApp and LinkedIn. Thank you so much. Have a nice time. See you and have a nice time. Bye. Thank you.